In 1513, a man exiled, stripped of everything, his status, his wealth, his future, wrote something so dangerous it wasn't just banned by the Catholic Church. It was erased from history. They didn't fear the ideas themselves. They feared the truth they carried, the brutal, uncomfortable truth about human nature. A truth so powerful, it could dismantle the foundation of loyalty, love, and even morality itself. Niccolò Machiavelli wasn't just a political philosopher. He was a dark prophet, a cartographer of the human soul. His work, The Prince, wasn't about power in politics. No, it was about power in people. The rules of manipulation, the dance of self-interest, the dark forces that drive every relationship, whether you're aware of it or not. This wasn't about leaders and their kingdoms. This was about you, me, and every person you trust. Every smile, every handshake, every word that seems too kind. Machiavelli didn't just expose corrupt rulers. He exposed us all. He pulled back the curtain on what we're really doing when we claim loyalty, affection, or even love. And it terrified them, because they knew. Understanding this would strip away the masks we wear, leaving us naked before the harsh truth. It wasn't the church that feared him. It was human nature itself, terrified of being seen for what it truly is. The need to hide our darker instincts, to live in denial, to pretend we're better than we are. That's the enemy Machiavelli was really fighting. Once you understand his message, you'll never look at a smile the same way again. You'll see the motives behind it, and you'll feel a chill run down your spine. Because this knowledge doesn't just change what you see. It changes who you trust. Machiavelli's words from exile, written in the bitter shadow of betrayal, still echo through the centuries. Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, covetous, and as long as you succeed, they are yours entirely. They will offer you their blood, property, life, and children when the need is far distant. But when it approaches, they turn against you. Stop. Read that again. Feel the resistance in your chest. That discomfort? That's your mind fighting against what it doesn't want to accept. That's not true of everyone. I'm not like that. Your brain is screaming it, isn't it? Notice the voice saying, "That's too cynical. That's not true of everyone. I'm not like that. My people aren't like that." That resistance, that's exactly what Machiavelli predicted. He wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. But the truth is, you are like that. We all are. You've done the same thing. Drifted from a friend or lost feelings for an ex when the benefits faded. It's not evil, it's human." Machiavelli included himself in this assessment. He wasn't saying others are selfish while he was noble. He was saying all humans, himself included, operate primarily from self-interest, and recognizing this is the only way to navigate reality successfully. Now let's modernize it. Think about today. Think about social media, the ultimate stage for virtue signaling, the carefully curated lives of perfect, righteous personas. People pretend to be paragons of generosity, kindness, and morality. But behind the facade, a selfish, self-interested core. The likes, the shares, the comments, they're not given out of love. They're given because it benefits them to appear virtuous. It's a performance, a game. This is the denial mechanism at work. Your mind rejects it because accepting Machiavelli's truth would mean acknowledging the darkness in yourself. It's easier to dismiss it than face it. But that discomfort is your reality trying to break through. Machiavelli wasn't condemning us. He was revealing us. The uncomfortable truth that human nature, at its core, operates on self-interest, even in relationships we swear are built on love. It's time to see that. Imagine for a moment that you lose everything: your money, your status, your health, your abilities, everything that made you valuable. The world you've built starts to crumble. The people who once called you their friend, their partner, their ally, all of them begin to disappear, one by one. Your phone rings, but no one answers. The texts go unanswered. The "I've got your back" promises fade into nothing. Now let me give you a test, a thought experiment. Look around at the people closest to you, your so-called friends, your family, your significant other. Would they stay? Don't just imagine it in abstract terms. Think about the specifics. Let's start with the modern-day startup. You've been working day and night, building something from nothing. You and your co-founder, brothers in arms, have poured blood, sweat, and tears into this venture. You've shared meals, you've sacrificed time with family, and you've shared every tiny victory. But then, the moment comes. Investors demand changes, financial pressure mounts. Suddenly, your co-founder, who once swore you were brothers, turns on you. No warning, no hesitation. You're pushed aside, discarded like a tool that's outlived its usefulness. The leverage they had with you is gone, and with it, your worth to them. Your value expired. Your loyalty means nothing now, just business. Let's shift the lens a little. Let's talk about modern love. You've seen it all over Instagram, the power couple. They look perfect together, don't they? Their lives are an endless highlight reel of vacations, fancy dinners, and loving posts. But then, something happens. One of them hits a setback, a financial disaster, a scandal, a fall from grace. The spotlight dims. What happens next? The other half, the one who once posted forever, suddenly deletes all their photos. They update their status. We've grown apart. We're no longer aligned. It's done. They didn't just leave the relationship. They erased it. Why? Because when the balance of benefits shifted, so did their love. Your value is tied to your ability to benefit them. When that ends, so does the connection. The expiration date on their loyalty passed. Let's make it even more personal. Think about your networking circle. Those friends, colleagues, and acquaintances who were all too happy to connect when you were climbing the ladder. When you were in the game, when you held power, when your phone was buzzing with opportunities. These people saved your number under VIP in their contacts. They were quick to take your calls, quick to meet for lunch, quick to offer help when you were on top. But now, after retirement, after the glory has faded and your position has shifted, try reaching out to them. Try calling them up to get that same favor, that same connection, and watch as the calls go unanswered. The relationship has expired. The people who once saw value in you only saw it in the leverage you could offer them. The moment you stopped offering value, you stopped existing for them. And don't forget the family member who only calls when they need something, financial, emotional, or practical. You haven't heard from them in months, then suddenly they remember you exist. When the crisis passes, they disappear again. That's leverage expiring, just like in your startup or networking circle. This pattern isn't unusual, it's the norm. Here's the undeniable truth. Loyalty is conditional. Every relationship operates on a balance of benefits. The moment that balance shifts, so does their allegiance. It's not about love. It's not about friendship. It's about the value you can provide, the leverage you can offer. People will stay as long as they are getting something from you. But once you no longer serve their interests, once you no longer provide what they need, their loyalty dies. This isn't just about business or love. This is the core of human interaction. You are valuable only as long as your utility outweighs your cost. The moment your worth expires, so does their loyalty. Machiavelli saw it. He understood that every interaction, every relationship, is a transactional exchange. And the moment you stop providing, the moment the scales tip, their allegiance evaporates. You are not loved, you are leveraged. The truth? It's brutal, but it's reality. And until you accept it, you will keep being blindsided by betrayals you could have seen coming a mile away. This isn't cynicism. This is observation. People are selfish. They love as long as you benefit them. They stay as long as you serve their interests. The moment you stop, they leave. Just like that. So let's ask the real question. What are you worth to the people around you? If you lost everything today, who would still be by your side? And if no one stays, remember, it wasn't betrayal. It was just a matter of self-interest. Core Truth 1. The subscription model. Human relationships can be understood as a subscription service. You're constantly being evaluated, and the moment you stop providing value, your connection is at risk. People will only renew the relationship if you continue to meet their needs, emotional, financial, social, or otherwise. Love, loyalty, all of that falls under one question. What do you provide? If your provision value diminishes, so does their interest in maintaining the relationship. Think about it. When you pay for a subscription, you do so because the service brings consistent value to your life. As long as it meets your needs, whether it's entertainment, convenience, or a sense of purpose, you'll keep renewing. The moment it stops delivering, you cancel. Relationships work in exactly the same way. Now, let's introduce an evolutionary perspective. Our brains are hardwired to optimize energy. Survival is the primary imperative for every living being, and relationships are no exception. The biological imperative, which governs human interaction, pushes us to prioritize our own survival. Our brains are constantly scanning the environment for the best return on investment, ROI. What benefit does this person provide me? If the answer no longer justifies the emotional, mental, or physical energy required, the bond weakens. This is the selfish gene at work. So don't blame your ex or your old friends for leaving you. They weren't being cruel. They were simply adhering to millions of years of evolutionary programming. Loyalty that doesn't contribute to survival is a biological death sentence. You were discarded not because you lacked something, but because survival dictated it. In moments of stress, when loyalty is put to the test, the ancient hardwiring of the brain always wins over modern ideals of commitment and fidelity. The reality is, we all operate on a biological level, where our actions are driven by survival mechanisms. The next time someone leaves, don't take it personally. It's not about you being inadequate. It's simply the result of evolutionary programming. Core Truth 2. Boundary testing, the big baby syndrome. Adults, despite their outward appearance, are often just big children. They test limits, push boundaries, and see how much they can get away with before there's a consequence. This behavior isn't about being malicious. It's about seeking confirmation of their power and control within the relationship. Think about your relationships. Whether in love, friendships, or even at work, people constantly probe your boundaries. The moment you forgive without consequence, you're inviting further abuse. Forgiveness without punishment is an open invitation for exploitation. Here's the psychological truth. People are driven by a desire for control and a need to test the waters of what they can get away with. How far can I push this person before they snap? This isn't evil, it's basic human nature. The problem is, when you don't enforce consequences, you teach them that your boundaries are negotiable, and when they know that, they'll keep pushing until there's nothing left to exploit. The lesson? Stop forgiving without consequence. Stop tolerating disrespect. People need to feel the weight of their actions, or they'll never respect your boundaries. Truth 3. Strategic distance, the law of scarcity. In economics, there's a principle known as the law of scarcity. When something is too available, its value plummets. This applies directly to human relationships. The more accessible you are, the less valuable you become. Think about this. Why is it that when you finally get a date with someone who's hard to get, it feels like a triumph? But when you're married to someone who's always there, waiting at the door, you start taking them for granted? The person who's always available loses their allure, their value, and ultimately, their place in your life. This principle is brutally simple. If you're always there, you're not wanted. When your presence is constant, it's no longer cherished. It becomes expected. The more you give, the less they appreciate. Here's the harsh truth. Your availability destroys your value. People crave what they can't have. That's why scarcity commands respect and admiration. When you make your time and energy scarce, you become valuable. The less available you are, the more they'll fight for your attention. So ask yourself, are you overvaluing your presence? Are you too available? If you're always available to everyone, you're nothing more than a commodity, something people only value when it's convenient. Stop being so accessible. Make them work for you. Make them earn your time, your energy, and your respect. The counter-arguments. At this point, you might be thinking, this is too cynical. But cynicism is believing people are worse than they are. Realism is seeing them as they actually are. Machiavelli wasn't cynical. He was observational. Or, this eliminates genuine connection. Actually, it enables it by building on honest exchange rather than fantasy. The ones that survive are real. The ones that don't were never genuine. Or, not all relationships are transactional. Name one that isn't. Your closest friendship? What happens if you become a constant drain? Every bond has implicit exchange. Acknowledging it doesn't create it. Decoding feared versus loved. Machiavelli's famous line, "It is better to be feared than loved," is often misunderstood. The word fear conjures images of violence, brutality, and dominance. But that's not what he meant. Let's redefine fear. What he was really referring to is respect. The respect that comes from competence and the ability to enforce consequences. Fear, in this context, is not about terror, it's about recognition. Recognizing the power someone holds and the boundaries they enforce. It's about understanding that when you overstep, there are repercussions. It's about acknowledging strength and knowing that strength will not be wielded without reason or mercy. That's where the difference lies: competence and consequences. Now let's compare two types of people: the nice guy and the dangerous man. The nice guy is well liked. He's the one who smiles all the time, is approachable, and says yes to everything. But here's the problem. Being liked does not command respect. He's harmless. And in the end, being harmless means no consequences. People know they can walk all over him without any fear of retribution. His kindness is not a virtue, it's a weakness. No consequences means no respect. The nice guy may be loved, but he's never truly respected. In contrast, the dangerous man is someone who possesses the capability to cause harm, but chooses to act with discipline, kindness, and control. He's not feared because of his cruelty, but because of his power to act, and the knowledge that if he chooses to, there will be consequences. His respect is built on his ability to enforce boundaries, to set limits, and to maintain authority. This is where true virtue lies, not in being passive, but in being competent and balanced. He's dangerous, yes, but his strength is tempered by wisdom. This is the kind of respect that lasts. Think about your workplace. The boss who smiles, laughs with the team, and avoids confrontation. What happens in his team? Lazy employees, lack of accountability, and underperformance? Now compare that to the boss who holds his team to high standards, who doesn't hesitate to set clear expectations and enforce them with consequences. His team is disciplined, efficient, and results-driven. The respect comes from the competence to lead and the ability to make sure that any violation of boundaries results in consequences. Here's the truth. Love is a feeling. It fluctuates. It fades. Fear, or rather respect, is based on reason. It's rooted in competence and the certainty of consequences, and that's what endures. So don't chase love. Earn respect. Be competent. Be capable. Let your actions define you and let them command respect, not because of your kindness, but because of your strength. The solution: 5 steps to take control of your life. It's time to stop thinking and start doing. If you want to command respect, build lasting relationships, and achieve true personal power, it's crucial to apply business strategies to your life. Think like a CEO, not a passive participant. Here's a 5-step protocol for taking charge, cutting out toxic influences, and building an unshakable foundation for success. 1. Audit. Eliminate bad assets. Start by performing an audit of your relationships and commitments. Identify the people and situations that drain you. These are your bad assets, those relationships that offer no value, contribute to your emotional exhaustion, or hinder your progress. You know who they are. The friends who only show up when they need something. The toxic family members who sabotage your peace. The co-workers who take advantage of your time and energy. Cut them loose. You wouldn't keep a failing investment in your business, so why keep a toxic person in your life? If someone isn't contributing positively, if they're not helping you grow, build, or elevate your life, then they are dead weight. Let go of anything that doesn't serve your higher purpose. Your emotional and mental resources are valuable. Don't waste them on parasites. 2. Contract boundaries. Set terms of violation. In every relationship, there must be clear, non-negotiable boundaries. Think of these as the terms and conditions of your personal life. You set them. You enforce them. Don't negotiate. If someone violates your terms, whether it's disrespect, dishonesty, or emotional manipulation, cut the contract. There is no room for negotiation here. You're not a charity for people who fail to meet your standards. If someone violates your boundaries, they're out. No excuses. No, maybe they'll change. This is about protecting your time, energy, and respect. If someone disrespects you, it's not just a personal attack. It's a breach of contract. 3. Diversify your emotional portfolio. Don't put all your emotional eggs in one basket. Whether it's a partner, a friend, or a job, never make any single relationship or source of validation the cornerstone of your emotional well-being. Just like a smart investor diversifies their portfolio to manage risk, you should diversify your sources of happiness and fulfillment. Spend time on hobbies, interests, and personal projects that don't rely on others. Build relationships with multiple people who bring value in different ways. When one relationship hits a rough patch, you should have other sources of emotional support and fulfillment to fall back on. This reduces emotional dependency and ensures you never give anyone the power to control your emotional state. 4. Build your personal brand. Be demanding but fair. Your personal brand is your reputation, and your reputation is your currency. You need to be seen as someone who is demanding but fair, someone who doesn't tolerate nonsense, but who also has integrity. Don't be the easygoing person who allows others to take advantage of your kindness. Kindness without strength is weakness. People should know that your approval must be earned. When you have high standards for yourself, others will have high standards for you. Be someone people respect, not someone people walk all over. Be the person who knows their worth and is willing to walk away from any situation or relationship that doesn't meet that standard. You're not here to please everyone. You're here to live by your own rules, and others will either rise to meet them or fade into the background. 5. Manage expectations. Always ask, what am I trading? In every interaction, always be aware of what you're exchanging. What are you getting from this person? What are you giving in return? Never enter a situation without being fully aware of the balance at play. If you're giving more than you're receiving, you're creating an imbalance that will drain you. In business, no deal is made without understanding the terms and the return on investment. The same applies to your personal life. You should always know the value of what you're giving and receiving in every relationship. And if the balance tips too far in favor of the other person, it's time to renegotiate or walk away. Protect your energy and your resources. If someone is taking more than they're giving, make the decision to either cut them off or reset the terms. You are the CEO of your life. Your time, energy, and emotional resources are valuable assets, and it's time to treat them as such. Audit your relationships, set clear boundaries, diversify your emotional support, build a reputation based on respect and strength, and always manage your expectations. Take action and stop waiting for the world to change around you. The only way to truly control your life is to act like you own it. And remember, if you're not taking control, someone else will. The choice is yours. Imagine standing at the entrance of a dark cave. For your entire life, you've been comfortable in the shadows, protected by lies, by illusions. You've been told fairy tales, fed the comforting lie that love is unconditional, that loyalty is forever. But the truth? The truth is right in front of you. It's the red pill. The choice is simple, but it's brutal. You can stay in the cave, close your eyes, and let the illusions hold you. You can continue to believe in the stories of loyalty, of unwavering love, of people acting from noble motives. You can stay asleep, trapped in a world where you're constantly surprised by betrayal, where every moment of pain feels personal, where you are the victim of a world that doesn't care. That's your option. Or you can open your eyes. You can walk out of the cave, face the cold, harsh light of reality, and embrace the truth. Yes, it's brutal. Yes, it's uncomfortable. But in that truth, you find power. The power to control your own fate. The power to stop being a pawn in a game you didn't choose to play. You take control of the board. You stop living in the illusion, and you step into the world as it really is. It's your choice. Like the princes who understood human nature and built empires that lasted centuries, while those who believed in noble sentiments got overthrown and forgotten. You can build unbreakable relationships based on sustainable mutual benefit rather than romantic fantasies that collapse under pressure. Machiavelli didn't die in shame. He died with the truth. And that truth, it's still alive today. For 500 years, people have rejected it, ignored it, and demonized it. But it's still here, waiting to be embraced, waiting for you to decide if you'll accept it or remain in the comfort of your delusions. So I ask you, don't trust me. Go out into the world. Observe. Watch how people behave. Watch how they react when there's nothing left to gain from you. Watch how they treat you when you stop being useful. See for yourself. Don't take my word for it. The world will show you exactly what it's made of. Next, explore how Stoicism complements these Machiavellian insights. Subscribe to dive deeper into building a resilient mindset. Welcome to the real world. It's cold, it's unforgiving, but it's the only place where real power is possible.